Hello everyone, Kurugu here, and welcome to the first research-based episode in the Thaumcraft series. Now, I'm going to say just now, and get out of the way, that I'm not exactly sure how I'll be putting these videos together, how much time I'll have for them. So if you catch a future episode, I'll probably just go straight into the research and just be throwing the videos together. So I'll take them one by one in the Thaumonomicon and just sit down, do the research, take a small cut in the video and get on to the next one. So hopefully I'll be getting to the point as quick as possible for you and getting into it. So my last episode we covered all the basics from the thaumometer and scanning and stuff, and seat. Nothing can be learned from this. All the ores, the deconstruction table, which doesn't do anything for us, what to scan first, the research table itself, and basically how the Thaumonomicon works. One thing I did forget to mention though is when you're scanning, it's always handy to keep paper and scribing tools on you, and you'll need to have paper and scribing tools on you for when you decide your next course of research. Now I don't think there's any kind of research I could demonstrate the second type of research. The main one being, yes there is. The main research being these ones that you can click on and say research duplication. I'll research that and we get a research node. But there's a second kind of research, to which I'll probably just skim over and barely mention because it's so simple. And that is, say we wanted this enchanted fabric. I want research to learn that. I have learned that. And basically when you go over something along that lines that has this hexagon pattern on it, you'll see there's a cost to it, which is 5 ITER, 3 Terra, and 3, I would dare say that was the flying one, I forget what the feather's called. But you can see if you click on that, it'll take out your accumulated aspect points and just straight ahead add that to your known research. So you can go ahead and make that as you want to make your Thaumcraft outfit. So I'll probably skim over them lightly, and it's mostly based on the mini game hexagon. So with that, we have research duplication. So we've got 5 here, being Fabrico, Cognito, and this one, Permutatio, Census, and Luctrum. So let me have a little think of this and see what I can come up with. Okay, so a good tip for starting is basically, if you're ever in doubt, take it down to its primal way you can. So I'm going to start by taking Census and Permutatio, and I'll see that it's got Motus and water, and I've got air and water. Air. So basically I'm going to connect them by air. So we've got air, Motus, air, another Motus, and finally an air. It would appear it connected there anyway. So let's see, for connecting Permutatio, we have our water and air again for Motus, and Cognito we have Spiritus, which I know is the right route to take, and then we have Victus, and Victus can be made up of water. So from here, sort of all in line there. Now Fabrico, Humanus, and Humanus made up of Cognito, so it's basically Humanus, Cognito, Humanus, Cognito again, and one final Humanus. Luctrum also made out of Humanus, as well as Famus, which I believe is slightly lower, which means you can actually go down a bit and then come back up. So, the Invictus, yeah. Let's try that one for a change. Famus to Victus, via Spiritus. Let's go for Cognito and Humanus. Now we could have very well just altered between Humanus and Fabrico or Humanus and Luctrum, which is the easy path to take, but they can be quite expensive, so sometimes easier to go down and back up, but it's all personal preference at the end of the day. So Fabrico, Humanus, Lucrum, and just alternating between any of that combination would have been easy enough. Even alternating between Humanus and Cognito for the cheap part, it's all the same. So here we have duplication. And there's a quick brief summary of what it does. Now for research of node tapping. So I have a research node, put it in, and we can see we have permutatio, aurum, which if you're ever stuck trying to find that, I found on a nether star. It's the only thing I can actually think off the top of my head of how to find it. Mercantio and motus. So it would appear that Mercantio makes up this aurum, so it's relatively easy to get to. So let's go for air, and I believe it was vacuous, then air again, and then you get more air at some point, and vacuous. Now we'll see if motus, I believe motus and permutatio are easy to link up. Yes, they are. So let's go for motus. I believe it was the water-based one. Water, motus, water again, and finally motus. Now the question is motus to permutatio easier, which isn't all that hard at all, or aurum to permutatio, which isn't all that hard at all. Let's go for this route. To air, and yeah, I probably would have been better just going there. To there, and finally finished. So that's our advanced node tapping. And there's the Thaumcraft entry for this. Now for our next entry, in between node master tapping and node preserver. I think node preserver is an important one, so I'll start that research now. So there we go. We have census, aurum, and lucrum. So the best method I could actually see, if we use air for aurum, and then I think vacuous as that, or vacuous, another air, now I believe vacuous, and vacuous, if I'm not mistaken, and back to air. And that way census made up of air and spiritus, lucrum being made up of this famus, which is made up of vacuous. So if I put this one here, that should be completed. It's not too complicated when you break it down to its basics. And that's just got node preserver. And this also opened up node in a jar. So now for the Masternode tapping. I think I'll finish this page, or what I've got accessible on this page at least, and then call it an episode. So here we go. Masternode tapping. Looks almost identical as what I've just done. So let's see, aurum to air, air to vacuous, back to air, and back to vacuous. Mercantio. Mercantio is made out of water and air. So there we go again. Air. Really irrelevant. Potato. Usually if you have more potato, otherwise use motus if you have more water. Let's just use motus since we'll be in it anyway. Trickiness. Put that there. Put the air here. And take motus to there. Or actually I could have just put motus there, that's a better idea. Motus there, since I can waste these and it's better for you not to. And then a water here, it still connects. And for this, basically, start between the two. And notice more aqua. And just for fun, I've run out of ink. In the event you run out of ink, it's just really a case of just a simple crafting recipe. Ink or any other black dye for that matter. A crafting table. Yeah. I'm gonna get those. Get you a full scribe. Alright, vacuous is Perdito, not air. So let's get the motus here and air. So there we go. Basically all in between motus, air and water. Motus, air and water for the air, and air, vacuous, air. I believe this is the final one on the page unless more unlocks. We've got node in a jar. Motus to air, shouldn't be too hard. This one again, I believe it can go through air. Air is quite a popular one if you want it to be, just find out the primal between them. So motus, let's go get water. Let's see, if air is that common, perhaps it's easier to go via the middle. So we get the air to here, motus, air, motus, go for water, motus, air. Now this one is also made up of water and air. So let's see, water, motus, water and motus, and lucrum made up of humanus and famus, famus being vacuous, vacuous being air and Perdito. So air, vacuous, back to air, and finally a vacuous. Ah, no, my mistake. Not that, but here. There we go. So let's just basically find a route to alternate between your primals. And I believe that should finish off the first page unless something else pops up. So there we go, that's your first page. All your basics you'll need for Thaumcraft, from your researching and your nodes, as well as node in the jar. So that's your Thaumcraft entry. So I think that's a good finishing point for our first episode. Our second episode I should say. And I'll work on thaumaturgy next for the wand cores, wand caps and foci, and we'll get into that next episode. So thank you all for watching. I hope you found this little guide useful, and I will see you next episode. Goodbye.